Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I just found this tier making list of the big four thrash metal bands: Megadeth, Slayer, Anthrax, and Metallica, all their albums. So I figured since we just did Metal Thrashing Madness episode 1 over on Filthy Dan's channel, I figured I would show you guys where I'd place those first 5 albums from each band from 1983 to 1992. I got my moose jerky here. Well, it's not jerky. It's like a pepperoni stick, but it's good. Got my Pepsi and Crown Royal whiskey. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and do this tier list. So if you guys happen to miss Metal Thrashing Madness, I'll put the replay down in the description. I'll put a link for it, so you guys go check that out. Where me, crew member, and Filthy Dan go through the first 5 albums from the big four, and we rank them, discuss them, and just let you guys know what's our favorite. So, without further ado, let's rank these. I see Among the Living first. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna go straight to Anthrax's debut. I would put that, I think, in C. C I would say is the passing line, and then D's like a mixed bag, and F would be a fail. B would be great, A amazing, and S is like 10 out of 10, right? Masterpiece. So I put Anthrax there, their debut. It's an okay album, but it's not their best for sure. We'll go with one more Anthrax before we leave. What about State of Euphoria? I really didn't care for this album, but it wasn't terrible. It just felt very, very unfinished to me and like rushed. So yeah, Who Cares Wins will probably be the only track I go back to listen to off that one. Countdown to Extinction. Let's bring that one up by Megadeth. That one, where would I put that? Is it an S or an A? I really think that there's not any bad tracks on that record, and it's a 10 out of 10. I'm putting in S. It deserves that. What else we got? We have, let's do So Far So Good So What. This was in a tough ranking for they were against the third albums from each band, so it would have been against like Master of Puppets, Rang in Blood, so it had some tough competition among the living. But I think it's still a B. Even though it was probably the worst of those four, I'd still give it a B, I think. I like Mary Jane, 502. There's still some killer tracks. Set the World Afire, Hook and Mouth. It's just, Anarchy in the UK is just okay, and yeah, I'm kind of sick of In My Darkest Hour. What's next? Let's give Slayer a shot. Let's go with Rain in Blood. Probably their biggest accomplishment. The real change of sound. I would put it A or S. It's like in between. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but it is an amazing album. It's just not exactly my style, but I think it deserves an A. Hell Awaits. This was a hot topic, as this is definitely going to be an S. One of the best albums out of the big four in general. Just kidding. This is literally a piece of shit. I really did not like Hell Awaits. The intro was kind of cool, how it started and ended the same type of way. But not really any great songs on there. Was it Necrophiliac? And there's really not that many songs that are great that stand out on that album. I just don't like it. Bad mixing, bad everything on it. I'm just not a fan of it. What's next? Let's take Kill 'Em All. Kill 'Em All. Where would Kill 'Em All go, the debut from Metallica? I think it deserves an A. And that's really good for a debut. I think that's where I would put it. What else we got? Let's take Ride the Lightning by Metallica, their second album. I would put this one up at S. I think it's my favorite Metallica album. I think it's one of their best. And it's kind of underrated compared to some of their other albums like Black and Master. If I can get all the credit compared to Ride the Lightning. So, interesting list so far. We filled out S, A, B, C, D, F so far. We got one in each, at least. Take a drink here and look at what we got. Let's grab Peace Cells. Peace Cells. I think that this is an A. It's very ambitious. It has like a little prog feel to it too, and it has kick-ass riffs and solos. Chris Poland and Garth Samuelson really killed it on this one, but I think it's like a 9 out of 10. I don't think it's a 10 for me anyway. This is just all personal opinion based. Next, let's grab Show No Mercy from Slayer, their debut. Where do I think this would go? Honestly, it's like in between a B and a C for me. But I think I'm going to have to leave it at a C. It's good, but it's definitely not their sound. There's a big Maiden feel to it on the second half of the album. But I really do like Die by the Sword and Antichrist. And a few good songs, Cryonics. Should I put this up with B? I'm going to put it up with B. It's because I did really enjoy that record. Let's go with Persistence in Time, or of Time. Now, I would put Persistence, I think, in C. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite Anthrax album, but it was decent enough. I think it was a big step up from State of Euphoria, which was a real mixed bag for me. South of Heaven. Let's go with South of Heaven. Where would South of Heaven go? Probably my favorite Slayer record. Even though Slayer aren't my favorite band of the four, I think it's just an A. Yeah, I give it an A. I'm not going to give it the S. I don't think it's a masterpiece or anything, but it is amazing. South of Heaven is my favorite track of Slayer in general. Ooh, the Black Album next. Where would the Black Album go? I think it's better than a C, though. I think it's a B. It fits right in there. It's definitely the more commercial sounding Metallica out of all these albums. Next, let's grab Among the Living. Anthrax. This is a fun album. A lot of fun songs on there. You got the I Am the Law. You also got cool tracks like Indians. It's just an all-around great album. It's an S for me, I think. That and might as well grab Spreading the Disease at the same time. And I go back and forth on which album I like more. They're very different styles to both of them. I think right at this point, though, I'm going to put Spreading down to an A and keeping Among the Living at an S. That's just where my mind's at right at this point. But both amazing albums. Let's go with Megadeth's debut, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. The Revenge album, essentially. I want to put this up in the B's. It's like in between a B and an A, though, for me. But I think it's perfectly set there in the B's. Still pretty experimental stuff. And it's a great debut nonetheless. What else we got? We didn't do Seasons of the Abyss yet. Now, this was in the same style as South of Heaven, but done a little less good, I found. So it's still great though. It's a B for me. What are we missing? Rust in Peace we are missing for sure. And that is a D. It's a mixed bag for me. It really is. Just kidding. This is an S all the way. Probably the best record out of all of these albums, to be honest. Just my favorite. It's not just my favorite. I think it's the best instrumental out of all these albums as well. And that's due to Marty Freeman and Nick Menza matching their skills with Ellefson and Mustaine. Do we have any albums left? Of course we do. We have Master of Puppets. Now, probably the most overrated album to me out of this list. It gets praised as the best metal album of all time, and I just don't see it. It's great. It's a great album. B means great. A is amazing. I don't think it's right at that amazing mark yet. It has great ideas, good riffs, and Cliff holds it all together. But I feel the songs are stretched out. They have really one good idea, and they pretty much try stretching it out to 8 minutes long, and it gets a little repetitive for me. But Master of Puppets is and Leper Messiah are 10 out of 10 songs for sure. Uh, is that all we have? Did I miss it? Oh, Justice and Justice for All. I think this may be the last one. And Justice for All. So they lost Cliff, unfortunately, after Master. So their sound changed a bit. They turned off the bass pretty much on Newstead. Where is this? I think it's a B as well, personally. A B. I actually prefer it over Master of Puppets, to be honest. I just wish it was produced a bit better. But should it stay in the B's or the A's? This is a tough one. I think it deserves to stay in the B's. It's like an in-between, but I'm going to keep it in the B's for now. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There you have it. That's all 20 albums. The first 5 from the Big 4 from 1983 to 1992. This is how I would rank them. The only bad record, in my opinion, is Hell Awaits. State of Euphoria is very mixed. Fistful of Metal, Persistence of Time are okay. And then it just goes up from there, from great in the B's, amazing in the A's, and just pretty much a masterpiece in the S's. And Megadeth got 2 albums in the S's with Countdown and Rust in Peace. Ride the Lightning for Metallica, and Anthrax got Among the Living. But Spreading the Disease just barely made the just almost made the S, just missed it, and so did Peace Cells and Rain and Blood. I think all just missed that S mark, but all great albums nonetheless. So guys, that's my tier ranking for the Big Four's early days. I might go through just Megadeth on their own and these bands on their own, but I'd have to listen to more of the Slayer albums. I don't really know their 90s stuff. Same thing goes for Anthrax. But I could probably do this if you guys like the video enough. I'll go ahead and do a whole Megadeth one for you, and we'll see where it goes from there. But that's all I got for this video today. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.